I love having new people on here. And if you are completely new to this page, welcome. My name's Brittney. This is Robin.
I'm Robin.
Yay. So we're a quarantine over here. Yes. Okay. In front of the neck feels like, okay. So yeah, maybe we'll stretch to the front of the neck and the throat some. And of course, you guys are practicing at home. Be sure to take good care of yourself. Everything that I offer is a suggestion. Of course, I love to lead you guys into a sequence that makes total sense with your body, but it's ultimately up to you to make those choices for yourself. Yes, Allie! Oh my God, that's so cool. Oh my God, I love this. Okay, so if you guys don't follow me on Instagram on the regular basis, or don't actually read all the way through my long posts and comments, hi Uni. Maybe you haven't heard that I'm actually going to be teaching an anatomy portion for a yoga teacher training, for Nicole's yoga teacher training. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you can always message me later. That program is full. We have 14 beautiful souls that are going on this adventure with us. And I was looking through all of my yoga teacher training stuff, and oh my God, I found some crazy things that I'd written all the way back in 2015. So that's 5 years ago. I've been teaching for 4 years. And I found this thing that was actually a prompt for what does yoga mean to you? And you had to pick a picture. You had to, you could cut it out of a magazine like I did, and then I put it on top of a postcard. But I remember writing this after I just gotten back from Big Sur, and I just wanted to share it with you guys, so maybe it could resonate with you, or ask yourself why you're here right now. Maybe it's to support us, and we so love that, but maybe you're on another journey, and I just wanted to share this with you guys. So I wrote, or the question is, what does yoga mean to you? For me, yoga is an exploration of body, mind, and soul. I never realized how little I knew myself before this training. Self-discovery and self-love are my main goals in life, and yoga is helping me do that. Taking time out in nature are important to me to reconnect, to make life a little simpler and slower. It's why I chose this photo, because my most recent experience surrounded by nature in Big Sur was spectacular. I got to practice a bit of yoga, but it made all the difference in being submissive to the earth, letting it take control, and discovering myself again. So I'm not sure where you all are at. Feel free to share your journey, your story. But that's just a little piece of me that I, again, had written 5 years ago when I was in my yoga teacher training. And if that's a step that you're looking to take, we'll potentially do another one. So tonight we're going to get started on our bellies. So we'll meet over on the mat. Have your blocks ready. I don't think you'll need a strap this time. Give me a heart if you can hear me okay. I'm going to walk over here. Send up the hearts unless you're super far away from your phone. Okay, so blocks can be completely off to the side. When you come down onto your belly, oh, I see them. Thank you. Hi. Okay, come all the way down. You can do whatever feels good with your arms. You can leave them out in a little cactus shape. But I want you to put one side of your face down. All right. Once you have arrived, I want you to take some deep breaths. And they can be in and out of your nose. They can come out of your mouth. Totally okay. And just check in with your body, with your breath. I want you to feel into the side of your face. Notice where on the ground your face is making contact with the earth. Can your ear be flush? Do you feel your jaw? Do you feel your cheekbone? Going down, you feel your heart resting along the earth. Let yourself surrender right there. Going down further into your spine and towards your hips, your sacrum. Let your hips weigh a little heavy. Let your legs stay really long behind you. Don't worry about if your heels are clicking in or out. Just let your thigh bones root into the earth. If you need to do that little shuffle with your knees lifted up, that's okay. Start expanding your breath for a count of 4. And then exhale slowly for 5. Hold on to those small pauses. Inhale for 4. And exhale for 5. Take one more here if it feels good. Or you can start to switch your head over to the other side. Look the other way. Now feel how this side of your face gets flush with the ground. Notice if anything changed in your neck. Keep your jaw soft. Maybe make adjustments with your arms. If they don't feel good in this cactus shape anymore, you can always lower your arms down. Keep the intention with your breath. Staying really conscious here of how it all moves through your body. Clearing out the cobwebs, one breath at a time. One more breath here. Start to lift up your head. Put your face down. Take your hands underneath your forehead so that your head can rest on top. Bend your knees. Do a little sway of your ankles left and right. Moving into your hips, your low back a little bit. Doesn't have to be big windshield wipering. If you're practicing with a neighbor, maybe you take turns going one way and then the other. It's all good. Shared space. Then find your stillness. Toes reach back behind you. Take your arms back to that cactus shape again, or take them all the way down by your sides. I want you to squeeze your legs. Tilt your tailbone down so that you can feel your pubic bone push into the ground. Take a breath in and lift up your heart. Reach your fingertips back behind you. Keep your neck really long. Or if you have your hands by your face, try to use that energy to lift yourself up. Squeeze your legs. One more breath. Exhale, slowly come down. Try it one more time. Lift out through the legs. Inhale. Lift up through the back of your head and your heart. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Scapula comes to connect. One more breath. Tighten up your thighs. Exhale to release. Good. Then bring your hands underneath your shoulders, maybe even a little bit lower by your middle rib cage or so. Breathe in. Roll your shoulder heads down and back. Start to lift up through your chest, finding a medium cobra or a full cobra, keeping your thighs really heavy. Let your pelvis rock left to right. Feel into your core. You're still letting your pelvis sway down. Keep your shoulders stacked over your wrists. Pull your shoulder heads up. Take a gaze all the way up. Stretch out through the front of your neck. Check in with your low back. Pull in your low belly to protect it. One more breath in. And a breath out. Use your core strength. Shift your hips back into a brief rounding into your spine. So just push your hips back so that they hover over your heels. You keep reaching actively through your fingers. You can settle down into a child's pose if that feels right. You can take some active movement going left to right. Feel into the waistline. And take a breath in. Come back through your tabletop. Walk your hands forward, just a palm print or fingers length distance away. Tuck your toes under, breathe in, gather up your belly. Exhale, lift up your knees. Press your heart back towards your thighs for your first downward dog. One thing I see very frequently is straight legs all the way through. But if you can actually add a bend to your knees, keep tilting your tailbone up behind you. Push into your hands. Let your heels just weigh heavy. You can do a little wag of your hips again, left to right. Feel into the waist, the backs of your legs. Nice. Let your head dangle heavy. Shake it out. Staying connected connected with your breath. Last one. Inhale, lift your heels, gaze forward at your hands. When you breathe out, start to walk your hands or feet forward towards your hands. Land with your toes out, heels in. You're gonna go a little bit wider than normal, so it's about shoulder length distance apart. Take a little bend into your knees. If the ground feels far away, you have your blocks. Good, and then take a breath in, straighten out your legs once more. Exhale, bend into your knees. Just sink your hips down so you feel more into your inner thighs. Inhale, straighten them back up. Let your head drop down. Exhale, bend your knees one more time. And inhale, straighten your legs all the way out. You can let yourself bend forward. Your toes can remain facing out, or you can start to walk them in so that your feet are parallel. Hip width distance apart. You can check that with 2 fists right between your feet. Okay, take a breath in. Find a halfway lift. Just like you did on your belly, you lift up through the back of your head and your heart. Exhale, fold yourself down. You can hold onto your elbows. Do a sway. Go slow. Bend into your knees. Shift your weight forward into your toes. If you have your elbows, try framing the opposite way with the opposite grip. Kind of a weird one, but see if you can do it. Check in with your low back, your hips, your hamstrings, your calves. Then relax into your forward fold. Relax your hands down. Bend into your knees. Bend so much that your spine can start to stack up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Once you arrive to stand, take a breath in, reach high overhead. Feel that length. Exhale, hands into your heart center. Close your eyes. Settle into your feet. What does yoga mean to you? Maybe it is this connection with breath, with presence, connection to self, and awareness practice. Find that meaning for yourself here tonight. Take a breath in and a breath out to share it. Good. Tighten up your legs. Take a breath in, reach all the way up overhead. Exhale, let your right hand drop down. Keep reaching up and over with your left hand. Your hand can slide down your leg or it can support you at your hips. And keep pressing out long so you make this little crescent shape with your body. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Keep your chin off your chest. Deepening on your exhale. Then use your inhale. Rise back up. Both hands float up to the sky. Exhale, try the other side. Left hand comes down. Come up and over as you breathe out. Feel into your waist, into your outer hips, underneath your shoulders. Relax your jaw. One more. Then inhale, both hands come all the way up overhead. Exhale, let's take it into a chair. Bend into your knees. Reach your hands forward out in front of your shoulders. And keep your knees hip width distance apart as well as your feet. Your hands can stay as they are, or you can sweep them all the way back. Keep the weight into your heels. Feel this little drive up and back so that you get your belly button to squeeze towards your spine. Stay for just one more breath. Cool, we're just gonna change the arms. Bring your hands on the inside of your thighs so your fingers are hooking onto your hamstrings. Take a breath in and maybe pull your spine all the way up, lengthening out through the front of your waist. When you breathe out, hook onto those hamstrings, round into your spine. Keep sitting in your seat. Inhale, you can release that grip a little bit. Lift up your heart, lift up your head, stick your tailbone out. Exhale, round out your spine. Let your shoulder blades separate across your back. One more time like that. Inhale, chair cow. Exhale, chair cat. Good, push into your feet. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands come all the way overhead. Exhale, hands in through your heart space. Fold it down, soft bend to your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees and plant your hands down. Step back to a plank. That could be on your toes or on your knees. Totally up to you. Just like you did on the floor, I want you to feel your pubic bone pushing down and forward towards the backs of your wrists. Keep your shoulder heads down and back. Okay, we're going to try a weird one here. You're going to let your heart sink towards the floor. So you're getting this retraction. And I want you to try a protraction. Really push yourself away. We want the top of that protraction. So you're lifting up the back of your heart. So your shoulder blades get flush with your back body. Try that one more time, letting your heart sink down. Keep your elbows straight. And exhale, push, push, push as much as you can. Exhale, lift up your hips, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Exhaling out of the mouth if you need to. Inhale, lift your heels, gaze forward. Exhale, bend your knees, take a little walk or a hop. Feet can land hip width. Inhale, halfway lift, use your blocks. Good, when you breathe out, we're gonna keep the right foot forward, left foot comes back. And let your knee come all the way down to the floor. So we're coming into this low lunge. All right, start to get stable on your front leg, drive down through your heel. Take a breath in, reach all the way up overhead. So from the side, with your knee down, feel your tailbone root below you, like it's working its way towards your front heel. Take your reach all the way up overhead. You can stay right there, or you can take those cactus arms. You can also put your hands behind your head. Let your hands carry your head. Lift your heart. Keep working your elbows wide. Find this length in your neck. Keep pushing in so you feel your hip flexor opening on your left side. Good. Take a breath in, reach all the way up to the sky. Exhale, fold yourself down. Just reach for your blocks. So I'm going to show you this one from the front. You're going to keep your foot where it is, but bring your right hand on the inside. And keep your foot really active. Dorsiflex so that your toes are up, but your foot's still on the ground. Start to bend into your knee, drive it wide. So you're riding on the edge of your right foot, sinking into your hips. From the side, it just looks like this. One more breath in. And when you breathe out, just shift your hips back a little bit. And then inhale, push it back in again. Lift up your chest. Pull your shoulder heads back. Exhale, push your hips back. One more time, inhale. Heart forward, bend in, feel into your inner thighs. Good, exhale. Pull your hips back. Walk your right hand so it's on the outside of your right thigh again. And lift up your left knee just slightly. Okay, start to get some balance here. You can stack your blocks up even higher. Start to come all the way up, belly off your front thigh. Add a soft bend to your left knee. Take a breath in, reach all the way up. So coming into our high lunge, your feet are hip width distance apart. I want you to feel the stack of your back heel high up over your big toe mound. Your back leg doesn't have to stay straight. It can bend some. You settle into your front thigh. Take a breath in. Good. When you breathe out, let your hands come together in front of your face. Cool. So I want you to feel this squeeze of your arms. Notice if your shoulder heads start to roll forward, can you pull them back? So keep your shoulder blades retracted. Take a breath in. When you breathe out, slide your right hand all the way across your left forearm, your left arm across your chest, and open into this twist. Your eyes can stay to the front if that feels like an easier thing to do for your balance. Or you can let your eyes carry over. I know it's challenging. Can you drive your right knee forward a little bit, sink into your thigh? One more breath. Good. Inhale, reach your right arm all the way up to the front. Both hands come to the sky. Then exhale, open up into your warrior two. Spin your back heel down, arms to a big T shape. Nice job, you guys. Toes are going to come in just a little bit on the back side, so you're pushing out through the outer edge of your foot. Dive in deep so your right leg still gets some work on the inner thigh and outer. Use your triceps again. Good. Then take a breath in, clap it up all the way overhead, straighten out your legs. Good. Exhale, pulse it back down again. Just two more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pulse down. Last time, inhale, reach all the way up overhead. And exhale, stay with your arms and straighten out your right leg. And you're going to do a little heel-toe maneuver with your left foot so that you're shortening your stance. Your feet are basically doing the same thing though, heel to arch alignment. I want you to tighten up your thighs, zip your belly in, take a deep breath. Good, exhale. This time, reach yourself forward over your right leg. You'll feel this shift in your core. Pause right there. Put your left hand on your left hip, or even slide it behind your back. See if you can feel your obliques. Take one more breath in. Squeeze your legs. Exhale, tip it down into your triangle pose. So your arms go to 12 and 6 o'clock. Okay, notice if your tailbone starts to swing back behind you and your heart's starting to lean forward and you're like reaching for the ground. See if you can reach for the sky. Let your shoulders stack one over the other. Keep in check with your obliques. You can look up at your top hand, look forward or look down. And take one more breath here. Good, exhale, sweep your top hand all the way up and over so that your biceps by your ear, you feel this long stretch. And then let yourself round down. Grab onto your blocks. Let your feet stay exactly as they are. So from the side, you're just kind of pushing your hips back. Your hands are reaching in this downward dog kind of shape. Let your hips stretch out. Deep breaths here. Enjoy it. Feel it to your hamstring on the right thigh, your outer thigh. Adding bends into your knees if you need to. Shake up your head. Then take a breath in, lift up your heart, walk your blocks underneath you a bit. Square yourself off, meaning let your chest come face the short end of your mat towards the front. Okay, using your blocks, put them underneath your hands. All right, listen carefully. Start to walk yourself forward so you're coming into this modified tabletop, but it's actually a supported warrior 3. You're gonna float your left leg up behind you. Like you're standing on just one leg. See, my other leg is lifted. Keep lifting up through your left inner thigh. Your hands can stay exactly as they are on the blocks, but if you want a little challenge, you can shift your weight back into your right heel. Lift up your heart like you did when you were on the floor. Fly your arms back behind you. 3, 2, 1. Let your left foot come down. Take a breath in. Stand all the way up. Big reach overhead. Good. Exhale. Keep your tailbone down. Pull your elbows wide. Heart opener. Inhale. Reach it back all the way up towards the sky. Exhale. Fold yourself down. Soft bend to your knees. Inhale. Take a halfway lift. Good. Exhale. Let's plant your hands. Inhale. Step into your plank. On your toes, on your knees, up to you. Okay, squeeze your belly, keep your breath big into your ribs. Inhale. Exhale, just bend your elbows softly. Hug them in by your side. Then inhale, push it all the way back up. High plank. Exhale, toes curl under. Lift up your hips. Sign them high, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, heels up, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop, all the way to the front. Inhale, take a halfway lift, long spine, heart forward. Exhale, fold it all the way down. Then bend into your knees. Inhale, come up with a long spine or roll it up. Reach high. Exhale, hands in towards your heart space. Take one bonus breath. Exhale out of your mouth if you need to. Let yourself catch up. Inhale, push into your feet. Reach your fingertips up. Exhale, dive forward with your heart. Grab onto your blocks if you need to. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Exhale, left foot stays forward this time. Step your right foot back. Lower your right knee down. So you're coming into your low lunge. Stay as much as you can on top of your thigh bone versus your patella on the back side, your kneecap. Okay. Gain some stability by pushing down through your left heel. Your knee is right over your ankle. And take a breath in. Come all the way up. Check in with your waistline. Notice if you feel this little crunch on the left side. Guide your hip down so your waist feels long. Right? Push your pubic bone forward. You can catch your head. Try interlacing your hands the other way. Work your elbows wide. Heart open. Gather your low ribs in. Keep lifting through your heart. One more breath. Inhale, reach all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down to your blocks. Bring your left arm into the inside of your foot. Remember, we're going to keep the ankle really active and dorsiflexed. So from the side, a little bit of a different angle. You're just going to ride on the edge. Keep lifting up the arch of your left foot. Drive your knee out. Hands are just on the inside so you feel more support. Pull your shoulder heads back, hard up. Feel out your adductors. Maybe a little more of your hip flexor on the right. Take a breath in. Good. When you breathe out, just shift your hips back a little bit. You don't have to straighten out your front leg. Good. Inhale, dive it back in. Heart up. Exhale, hips come back. And one more. Inhale, push it. Exhale, hips come back. Cool. Bend back into your left leg. Bring your left arm on the outside of your foot. Tuck your right toes under. Lift up your right knee. Start to find a little bit of balance, a little bit of buoyancy. You're going to float, right, onto your fingertips. And start to stack yourself up. So you know how your feet should be. Your feet are hip-width distance apart. Your back knee can be bent if you need to. Dive into your front leg, tailbone down. Keep your shoulders over your hips. Reach all the way up. You can take those wide elbows if that feels better for you. I want you to feel this expansive energy as well as some muscular hug, that muscular energy, so it keeps it all together and in place. Okay, take a breath in, reach high overhead. Exhale, hands come together in front of your face. I want you to really press your hands together so you feel your pecs turn on. That's the front of your chest, right? Maybe you feel your shoulder heads coming forward, but can you pull them back and keep that squeeze in your triceps turned on? Take a breath in. I know your thighs talking back to you. Exhale, drive your left hand all the way across your forearm and across your chest. Open into this twist. Notice if you started to lean out of your lunge a little bit. Dive back in. Maybe squeeze your back leg if that feels okay. You have this full reach all the way through your fingertips. Let your left hand come to the front as you breathe in. Reach all the way up. Exhale, pivot your back heel down. Open up to a warrior two. So your knee still drives wide over your pinky edge. Yeah. Okay. Then you're going to take a breath in. Clap it all the way up overhead. Good. Exhale, pulse it back down. Good. Inhale, reach all the way up. Straighten out your legs. Exhale, pulse down. One more time. Inhale, reach it. Exhale, keep your legs straight. Arms are going to come down. Or we're just going to straighten out the legs from here if you're still in your warrior two. Keep your arms reaching. I know that's still a workout too. You should feel it in your deltoids. Let's walk your right foot forward just a little bit. Your feet are still going to be on this 90-90 position though. Tighten up your thighs. Take a breath in. Reach all the way out. When you breathe out, again, just reach forward. Let your heart stay lifted. Check in with your obliques. When you're ready, you can tilt yourself down. Your arms will go to 6 and 12 o'clock. If that feels okay on your shoulders. You can look down. You can look forward, look all the way up. You can keep your top hand at your waist so you're checking in with your core instead of feeling like you're dumping into your legs. Yeah? Keep some energy in your belly. Keep that reach in your fingertips. One more breath. When you breathe out, reach your fingertips all the way up overhead. So that you're getting the bicep by your ear stretch and you're coming into the inside of your left foot with both of your blocks. Let your hips push back. Sink your heart down. You're getting this interesting stretch into the back of your left hamstring, your outer thigh. Let your head dangle. Enjoy it. Last breath. Breathe in, start to walk yourself up. Take your blocks with you on this journey, stack them up high. Okay, you're gonna let yourself square up over your left foot. Lift up your right heel so that you're ready to launch just a little bit. Your hands will still be underneath your shoulders as you come only onto your left foot if you can. Lift up through your inner right thigh. So from the side, I don't know if I can show you guys, yeah. Really close to your belly. Hey, gotta get in the shot. Okay. Keep lifting up your heart. You can play with getting lighter on your fingers. Keep pushing down evenly through your entire left foot. Start to fly your hands back behind you. Guide your right hip down so that your belly stays square with the floor. 3 and 1. All right. Feet come together. Let yourself fold down. You can even widen out your stance if that feels like it gives you more support. Catch your elbows again. Do a little sway. Right, left. Perfect. Come back to stillness. Relax your hands down. Bring both of your blocks together underneath your face. Heel toe your feet so that they're hip width distance apart again. You're going to bring your right hand to the blocks. Bend into your right knee. Take your left hand to your low back. Breathe in. Find a long spine. When you breathe out, take this little twist. You can find that reach again, just like you did in triangle. You should be feeling an outer hip stretch on the standing leg, the one that's straight. If it feels like not enough, you can let your bottom arm bend, sink your heart down even further, reach for the floor. You could take a half bind with your top arm. You can even reach underneath if you want to get more into some internal rotation. More of a twist. Stay for 3, 2, 1. Let yourself come down out of whatever you're in. Bend into both knees. Do a little walkout. And then we'll switch sides. Your left hand comes on top of your blocks. Bend into your left knee to start. Right hand at your low back at your sacrum. Inhale. Find that length. Keep tilting your tailbone out. Exhale to twist. You can add your reach. You can take the half bind, so that just means reaching all the way behind for your left hip crease on the inside. You can let your left shoulder dip down. Slide your left arm through. Find that little hook and bind. 3, 2, 1. All the way down into your fold. Do a little walk out if you need to. Stitching your blocks if you need to. Start to widen out your feet. So toes are going to be off your mat. Heels are going to be clicking in. If you have a hard time getting into a deep squat, I recommend going wider, taking more of a goddess variation. So sinking into this guy for your inner thighs. But if you can come down into malasana, that's a yogi squat, you're going to bend into both of your knees. Drive them out really wide. You can also take some more support by sitting on your blocks. Okay, and then letting your heart stack up just for a second so you can feel into your ankles, feel into your feet. The closer your heels are to underneath you, the more you'll get that stretch into your ankles. The further out you'll go, you'll get more into your inner thighs. Taking a breath in and a breath out. You can lean forward if that feels good. You can also keep driving your elbows wide. Take your hands to prayer. Keep working your heart towards your thumbs versus collapsing your thumbs towards your heart. So there's the difference, right? You feel this little bit of extension just like you did when you were on the floor on your belly, or you'll feel this little rounding back as you push back. Find that middle ground. How's that going? Good. All right, put your hands down on the floor. Try to shift your weight forward into your toes a bit so you can drive through your heels, straighten out your legs. Take that breath in for a halfway lift. And when you breathe out, let's move your blocks out of the way. Put your hands down. Let's put the knees down on the floor. Do a little sway of your hips left to right. Checking in. If it feels better to take bigger circles, you can go with some circumduction. Push into your hands. Then revolve it all the way back around. coming into some stillness. Let's bring your big toes together, knees wide, and grab your blocks. We're gonna put them on the shortest height, about shoulder width distance apart. So what I like to do is put both of my elbows right in the middle, like a little pin in the middle. And then you're gonna walk your knees backwards with your hips still really high. Okay. Let your heart sink down, just like you would for a downward facing dog. You can keep your elbows bent and let your head come to the floor, just let it dangle. You could also just reach your arms forward. Be mindful of your shoulders. Okay, the more you bend your elbows, the more you'll feel into this stretch for your triceps. If you're feeling too much into your upper back, try pulling your low ribs in. See if you can get this into your shoulders. Kind of have to play with that give and take of surrender and muscular energy all at the same time. This one's a great heart opener if you have been sitting all day. Awesome for your shoulders. One more breath. And then lift yourself up, straightening out your arms if you need to. Come up onto your elbows. Walk yourself into a tabletop shape. Okay. Let's do one more twist because those feel really good. Okay. Right hand is going to stay down. Inhale, lift your left arm all the way up towards the sky. When you breathe out, you're going to weave yourself down into this little twist. And it could feel like a twist again. It could also feel more like a stretch into the back of your shoulder. Okay, the back of your heart. So this is the space that we were talking about for your rotator cuff. The more you push down into the mat with your left hand and use your top hand for leverage into this twist, you'll get that more in your spine. Maybe you take a half bind again, work on opening through the front of your heart on the right. Can you squeeze energetically in between your thighs to help neutralize your pelvis? Bring your right hand back by your face. Inhale, sweep your left arm high to the sky to unwind. You can let your hips sway with you, push it open. And exhale, release your hand back down. Switch it up. Inhale, right arm comes high. Exhale, weave yourself down into this twist. And the more you pin your shoulder down into the middle, you could always use a block for your head if that feels more accessible for you, or even onto your shoulder. That half bind just looks like reaching behind you, gripping for your inner right thigh. Pull your inner thighs together. Come back to your awareness, come back to your breath. Watch your thoughts. Last one. Release any binds that you have. Put your left hand back down by your face. Inhale, right arm comes all the way up to the sky. And exhale, release it back down. From this tabletop shape, do a little wiggle. We can do some cat-cow, breathing in, rounding, or lengthening out. Exhale, we'll sit into a rounding. And come back to a neutral spine. Walk your hands forward a little bit so you have some space. And then using your core, using your right hip, I want you to pull your right thigh through. So your knee will reach for your right forearm or your wrist. You're going to kick your ankle out from underneath you and let your shin land wherever it might go. And scooch your right knee or left knee further back behind you until you sink down into this pigeon pose. So your legs should look like a backwards or maybe a forwards figure 7, okay? Walk your hands back so they frame right by your hips. Inhale, lift up your heart, lift up your chin. And exhale, fold yourself down. Take your time. You can use your hands to help manage the body weight. You can keep onto your elbows. You can let your heart come down on top of your blocks. Same with your head. Let your arms do whatever feels good. That could be reaching out. It could be down to the sides. Imagine you had someone just pressing lightly right on top of your sacrum, letting your hips level out. Feel into your right glute, your piriformis. Relax your arms, relax your hands. Take one more moment to reconnect, to breathe, and to surrender. And start to walk yourself back up. Hands underneath your shoulders. It's okay. Scoot your right thigh back to meet your left. You can do a little sway. You can round out your knee to the side. Some circles, big or small. Then we'll try the other side. Okay, carry your left knee through right behind your left wrist. And then kick your ankle out so you feel this coming from your hip. Then softly land on top of your shin. Sink your hips backwards behind you. So that whole move just looks like knee to wrist or forearm. Kick your ankle through. Lower your thigh. And then scooch, scooch, scooch. Okay, hands by your hips. Inhale, lift up your heart. Find this back bend. More of a heart opener though if you think about it. And exhale, fold it down. One breath at a time. Doesn't have to be fast. Be mindful of your spine. Maybe you take some little twists as you go down. Working your way onto your blocks or your mat. Again, just feel out gravity. Then start to walk yourself back up. The hands come by you. Let's push into your hands so that you can slide your left leg out. Do a little swivel left to right. Walk your knees forward so that you can take your feet over one way. Come all the way onto your hips. Slide your feet out in front of you. Legs straight out. Okay, pulling up your toes. Anchor into your sits bones. If you need to move some flesh out of the way, that's okay too. Inhale, reach high. Long spine. Exhale, fold yourself down. Let your hands reach where they may. Maybe it's on your shins or on your thighs. Maybe it's all the way to your feet. Doesn't matter. Let yourself collapse in. Relaxing. Being gentle, being kind to your body and with your thoughts. Breathe in, rise slowly. Bend your knees, scoot your glutes to the middle of your space. You can hold on to your thighs if you need help. Go ahead and lower yourself down one vertebrae at a time. Once you land with your head to the mat, let's collect your knees in. Give yourself one more big squeeze. Take a big sip of air in. Exhale and let your arms and your legs go straight. Start to wiggle in, get cozy. Find some peace, find some rest right here. This is where the true surrender happens. Just take 10 breaths without controlling them. And truly relaxing and letting go of any tension within your body. Breathing it out one exhale at a time. right, take some deep breaths. Sometimes technology just does funny things. And you gotta just steep into it and rest into it. Once you pulled in some deeper breaths, add in movement, one finger, one toe at a time. I want you to try to appreciate every single little movement that you have, every one that gets you to a sideline position. That can be right or left side. When you've arrived, pause there. And one more thing that I'd like for you to do is just to think of one thing you're grateful for so that you can carry this gratitude attitude off the mat with you. Maybe you're finding gratitude for the ability to surrender things that aren't within your control. Find gratitude for the things that you do have control of. Your breath, your thoughts, your responses, your actions. When you're ready, come up to a seat. Meet us here. Stack your spine up, bring your hands into your heart space, and empty out all of the air that you carry. And take a new breath in with us. Full expansive. And big exhale out of your mouth. Thank you so much for joining us. It's so good just to move with you and breathe with you. And we're grateful from our heart to yours. Namaste.